Bienvenidos. Welcome. Jose, Mercedes. Wow, Surely, after all this time of planning and deciding and looking after every single detail. Yeah. Your mom is here, eh?
Yeah.
And just look around. Wow, what a great, fantastic day. For an also very handsome couple as well. You know, you are very lucky. Not everybody can say what you are about to do. Having your wedding ceremony with your feet on the sand, the little sound of the waves as a background, in a very beautiful, perfect day. But let me tell you that your lives have been a much greater bliss. Because here you are, with this network of love, with your family, friends, and close ones right here with you, just to let you know how much they care, how much they love you, because they also want to be part of this so important day of your lives. Having all this in your marriage is a very beautiful bliss. Thank you. Thank you all for being here, for Jose and Mercedes. You might be seated. We are gathered here today because there's one subject that brought us all here. That is your love. And we all believe that the greatest potential for happiness will be found within marriage. And you're not far from the truth. But succeeding in marriage, you will need to cultivate a very special type of love. The love that gives without conditions. This love begins with an act of will, not just a feeling. This love will not be subject to age, illness, or misunderstanding. Work in this type of love, and for sure your marriage will be an everlasting one. Very well. Everybody here, including me, knows about the decision made by both of you. Yes, we know that. But now, we would like to hear directly from your lips as well. So I'm going to ask you first. Jose, do you take Mercedes to be your loving wife? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, in richness or poverty, for better or worse, until death do you apart?
I do.
Mercedes, do you take Jose to be your loving husband? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, in richness or poverty, for better or worse, until death do you apart?
I do.
We heard that right. Loud and clear. From both of you. And as witnesses, it is our duty and responsibility to remind you these words and vows that you're about to take. I am totally sure that moment will never come. But if it does, well, expect all of them coming to you to remind you about what you did today. Eh? Jose, Mercedes, you know, your lives are about to change from now on. From now on, you're no longer anymore just an individual. From now on, everything that you're going to be learning and deciding, it's going to be together. From now on, the first place that you should be running for counseling and support is with each other. And many things are going to be coming to your lives from now on. I'm going to give you 5 little things, 5 little tools that I'm sure will help you to go along in this new from now on. First, forget about yourself. Be totally unselfish, thinking first on the needs of the other. Tool number 2. Days like this, shiny, beautiful, perfect, and full of smiles. Well, it's not going to be 100% of the time on a marriage. There are some very difficult days. For those days, you need to have established an open, clear, and fair communication. Do not criticize one another. Never contempt. Don't take a defensive position and never ever be evasive. Confront each other face to face and talk. And if there's going to be a discussion, try to start saying something nice first. Well, at least try it. Tool number 3, my favorite. Have fun. Yeah, sure. Why not have fun and enjoy every moment of it? Smile, even for the simplest things. Because you know, you are going to be living with your best friend every day for the rest of your lives. Enjoy it. Tool number 4, This is the challenge, but it still can be done. Remain an upright person, being faithful to one another. Remain yourselves pure to one another. And lastly, never give up. Never ever give up on your marriage. In fact, fight for your marriage with all your strengths against anything or anybody. And between the two of you, when it's time to ask for forgiveness, do it. But most importantly, forgive and forget. Jose, Mercedes, if you are able to use these little 5 tools throughout your marriage, I am totally sure that it will be from now on until death do you part. Now I'm sure that you would like to say something to each other. Jose, can we start with you?
So Mercedes was kind of mad that I didn't write anything down initially. So I went down and wrote it down for you, but I mean, I really didn't need to. But do you remember what you told me when we first started dating about when we were going to get married or when you wanted to? No, you don't? Do you want to go on adventures? Do you remember how many adventures?
All the adventures.
I think you said 600? Was it 600? Okay. Well, I did write this one part down because I know how much you hate when I don't say things correctly, but even through a global pandemic, over 3 years of dating you, we've gone to 3 countries, 11 national parks, 23 hiking trips, 28 kayak trips. We've been to 40 states, gone on 202 bike rides, and since we left O'Hare, it was 323 pictures together. We might be at like 500 by now. I don't know. But once again, that was just the stuff that we had written down, GPS, because you might think I'm lying if I said, the stuff that we just walked and didn't bike ride and, no GPS. But it's okay. But I guess, that's not quite 600, so this is your chance.
Okay.
To me, it's really, though, what do you count as an adventure? Life is an adventure. I want to spend my life with you. It's all been adventure. I love you, Mercedes. You always get mad when I tell you, what do you love about me? What do you love about me?
Why do you like me?
I like you. I like your eyes, your smile, the way you care about everyone. There's not one thing that I can choose about you. I like you. As Peyton would say, Mercedes, you're my favorite, you're my second favorite, and you're my third favorite. Sorry, Peyton. But I promise that I will always be there for you. I know I'm not always there in the way that you want me to be there, but I am there. I'll listen to you.
Sometimes.
No, my hearing's been tested. I'm deaf and left ear by a little bit. They can tell you. So you might have to say it once or twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6. But I'm listening. I might not remember, but I'm listening. But I promise to help you achieve all the goals you want. Whenever you want. I know right now you have all 50 states before you're at 50. We're at 40 now, so we're on good pace. And you wanted to hit all national parks, so we're a little bit behind on that one, but we'll make it. But any goal you want, we can do it. I love you.
Can I kiss him just really quick? Sorry.
I just want you to be happy. I'm happy every day. I just want to share that with you.
I have to follow that?
Get your paper out.
I wrote mine down. Because, where's Carrie? Carrie called it that I would be
Let
crying.
me help you with the
Oh.
microphone so you can hold it.
Perfect, thank you. Minister, everybody.
Oh, gosh. Okay, that's hard to follow that up. I'm going to try. There's nothing I can say that can even come close to expressing my feelings for you. But I'll try since everybody got dressed up and you are wearing really nice clothes. Since we first met, we've been on this crazy adventure. You became my best friend basically overnight because I literally said yes to anything you came up with. And any request that I had, you said, sure, let's go. You've introduced me to so many new things. You've helped me learn new skills like ride a bike at 28 years old. You've been and had so much patience with me this whole time while I learned who I was and what I wanted. And that meant the world to me. I'm so grateful for that. I look forward to many more hikes and bike rides and kayak trips and new states and countries that we get to explore together. When we first admitted we had feelings for each other, you kind of touched on this, but the big stipulation I had was that we had to stay best friends. That was my rule. Best friends in all the adventures. I think we're good. You've always said we'd end up here. Always. You've told everybody that even when I didn't believe it myself. You've always had faith in me. And I'll admit that in front of everybody that you were right. Always right. So to the serious part, I promise to stay your best friend. To always be a listening ear because sometimes, you know, definitely your rememberer for the rest of your life. I will gladly mark up our calendars with adventures and things to do. And most important, I promise to always be me. I always, what I am for you. I promise to be your partner in all things. And the hard part, I promise to stop and smell the roses, even if we're running 10 minutes late. I vow to love you. I vow to support you in whatever way I can. And I will always be thankful for what you brought into my life. I love you.
Phew. Wow. Jeez. Wow. Jose, to all the list that you just mentioned, you need to add this new adventure of your marriage in this Mexican Caribbean, plus the 40 states and all the countries that you made. But who's counting, right? You know what you have just done, both of you? Pronouncing this way the words that you have give to each other. You have made the moment of this celebration. Honestly, if I just wouldn't know what you will be saying to each other, honestly, I wouldn't have to say a word. Thank you for your love. Thank you for what you're doing. You may not know, but you are sending a very special and very beautiful message. And not only to the people gathered here today, but to the entire world, that love will overcome, that good things can happen, and that good things also can be done right. So thank you. Thank you very much for your love. I have here the rings that for centuries has been a token of in the universe for unity and beauty in the world. In a ring, you cannot tell where is the beginning of it. And I am declaring out loud that your love, like in this ring, will be endless. Once you start wearing this ring, I recommend you to look at it as much as you can. And remember that your lives are bound to each other now. And if you're away, just think that your loved one is waiting for you at home with an open arms and an open heart. Jose, please, you first. Please place the ring half the way on Mercedes' finger, just half the way. Look at her eyes and repeat after me. Mercedes, I give you this ring
Mercedes, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
With this ring I thee wed,
With this ring I thee wed,
and I promise you my faithfulness.
and I promise you my faithfulness.
Slide it all the way. Mercedes, please, same thing. Looking at Jose's eyes. Jose, I give you this ring
Jose, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
With this ring I thee wed,
With this ring, I thee wed,
and I promise you my faithfulness.
and I promise you my faithfulness.
Slide it all the way. Yeah, big smile can see from here, both of you. I'm gonna ask you both to please come over this side of the table for a moment. Jose, Mercedes, in the art of marriage, you need to build it and nurture it every day. Remember to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is important. Never go to bed angry. Together, look always for the things that are good and beautiful, and try to find a space for the things of the spirit. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. Remember that it's never too old to hold hands. But the most important thing to remember, it is not marrying the right partner, but become the right partner. And finally, by the authority vested in me, it is my pleasure to pronounce you, oh yes, husband and wife. Jose, all right, yes, you make it your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you, and please help me to cheer up, standing up, for Mr. and Mrs. Jose and Mercedes Ponce.